You talked about with the exception of 2 plays in this ball game. Well, that's something we said in the Lake Travis game. And this football team, the way the offense is playing tonight, the way they played against Lake Travis, the defense can't afford to say with the exception of 2 plays. They need to limit those big plays. Those cannot happen because we've seen when they give up a couple touchdowns, it's not good.
And this time the handoff going right up the middle. It looks like streaking in there and making the pop was Michael Edwards on Samaje Perine, and with that 2-yard gain out to the, well, we'll check it, probably a gain of about 1.5 yards, but we'll go ahead and say he's about 208 yards of rushing belongs to Samaje Perine, and of course the 2 touchdown runs, one from 1 yard out and another from 65 yards out. That makes the 6th game in 11 contests where Samaje Perine has eclipsed the 200-yard mark, and he has over 200 yards rushing here with 4:46 to go in the 3rd quarter. Griggs going in motion here in front of the formation. Out of the gun, the handoff will go to Perine. Perine tripped up repeatedly. Nice open field tackle there by Bennett Huddleston, who saw the play develop out of the backfield and shucked his man on the corner and went right to Samaje Perine for no gain on the play. Great play there by Bennett Huddleston.
Yeah, Westlake defense just overloading the box, putting everybody in the box except for the corner that's covering the 1 receiver out to the outside. So you certainly want to try to make Connolly throw the football. That's been a liability for Hendrickson's offense here tonight. And as it comes in a 3rd down and long situation, most likely we'll see the ball in the air here.
3rd down and 8 out of the gun. And no, it'll be a run play. And now tripped up at the 19-yard line and falling forward. It looked like the ball came out momentarily, and it looks like Westlake has it. Hudson Hall says yes, no, but he is down as Jack Meredith comes out of the fray there just inside the 20-yard line with the football, but it is 4th down.
Yeah, and that line judge on the far side, it looked like he was initially running in on the 20-yard line, and then as he's running toward the ball, just kind of slowly makes his way inside of the 20-yard line, and I don't think Hendrickson got a real favorable spot there as it comes up about half a yard or maybe even less short of the 1st down. So a big stop there for the Westlake defense, and they'll get good field position. And
some time for the Westlake offense to try to regroup. Again, protection's been the main issue tonight, and Jordan just has not had the ability or the time. And it looks like now Hendrickson is going to run out of time as they've come in and called a timeout. But will they get credit for the timeout? Did they call it before the play clock expired? Yes, it is a timeout. We will take it as well. 3:16 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Hendrickson 13, Westlake 10, live from Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. This is Westlake football.
This winter, prepare to be amazed as Elisa's Dance Academy and the Westlake Symphonic Orchestra come together to perform a variety of holiday favorites. Join us December 6th, 7th, and 8th as the Westlake Technical Entertainment Crew and Lexus of Austin present the Nutcracker Spectacular. Tickets are on sale now. Get them online at WHSTEC.com or by phone at 474-5664.
And we welcome you back out of the timeout, and a very inappropriately timed timeout, but nonetheless we'll make that point in just a minute. A high snap, but fielded nicely there by Mosley. He gets a nice punt up in the air, and it'll be a short field for Westlake, as catching it is Tate Shaw at the 49-yard line. I'll go ahead and let you make the point. What's more important, John Nidell, an extra timeout or 5 yards when you're punting anyway on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, in a close game like this, especially when you're a running team and you rely so much on the ground game, you're going to need those timeouts. They've already taken one in this 2nd half. They're down to 1 timeout for the remainder of this football game. You know, I would take the delay of game there. You're already punting the football. You're at your own 19. That timeout is going to prove to be more crucial than those 5 yards, I believe. And you know, I think it's just one of those situations as there's an offsides here.
Yeah, it'll be a free play here and a free 5 yards if Westlake accepts the penalty across the 45-yard line, and inside Hawk territory go the Chaparrals as they get half the field to work with. And again, advantage Westlake on the kicking game, even though they've missed a field goal here. That's definitely the difference in the ball game now with that 65-yard scamper by Samaje Perine in the 2nd possession of the 3rd quarter. And now it'll be 1st down and 5 off the offsides jump here. So a 13-10 lead for the Hawks. It's their first lead of the ball game. Inside 3 minutes to play, 3rd quarter here from Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. The handoff will go to Keith Carter, and Carter is absolutely blown up in the backfield, and the ball came out. momentarily, but Patrick Elliott able to fall right on top of it as Alex Chavez quickly checks back into the ball game, and Keith Carter. That's the second time the ball has come out of the hands of Keith Carter. And once again, Patrick Elliott, just Johnny on the spot, turns a 1st and 5 back to a 2nd and 8. So again, mistakes all the way around for both ball clubs here tonight. And John, it's going to come down to who makes less of those mistakes in the end. On 2nd down and 8, shotgun set. Now rolling here to the near side. Now Jordan's going to tuck it and run at the 45-yard line, runs over 2 defenders as he works his way inside the 45-yard line down to the 42. Nice tough running there as Russell Pape and Zach Dansby check into the ball game for the 3rd down play. Looking downfield was Jordan, didn't have anybody, and just made the quick decision and ran right over 2 would-be Hawk defenders. Trey Gutierrez right in the middle of the field got the working end of number 6. 3rd down and 3 here from the 42 under center. And it'll be a toss sweep here to the near side. The toss goes to Chavez. Chavez with 1st down yardage and more inside the 40-yard line. And he's inside the 35 down to the 34-yard line. Taking care of business is Chance Waz on the outside, or excuse me, Jordan Washington on the outside as he made the touchdown saving grab there as nobody was in front of Alex Chavez, John.
And that's just a great run by Alex Chavez to plant his foot and turn upfield. Sometimes that's hard to do on a sweep when you want to get to the sideline.
And they do it again. The toss sweep here to the near side. Chavez runs into his own man but stays on his feet inside the 30, churning those legs inside the 28 to the 27-yard line. Coming out of the fray there once again was Washington as he lays the final lick on Chavez, and it's clear the back that came to play tonight and really just tough running is Alex Chavez. Has a touchdown run in the 1st half, the Chaparrals' only touchdown of the ball game, as he got it actually in the early seconds of the 2nd quarter. But really, when you look at this ball game, Alex Chavez has turned in just an incredible effort here, running inside and outside. Now he's the lone back in the backfield, and they will fake it to Chavez. Just a straight quarterback keeper with the 6'4" frame of Jordan Sievert. He falls forward to the 25-yard line, very close to a 1st down, but he is about a half a yard shy. It'll be 3rd and short.
Yeah, I really like that play call there. You fake the give to the outside to Chavez, and the defense kind of looking at Chavez, expecting him to get the football, and then you go back the other way to Jordan Sievert. A nice play there in the backfield by one of the Hawk defenders to trip up Jordan Sievert, but he fell forward. And a 3rd and 1 here, big 3rd and 1 for the Chaparrals. From
the right hash, inside 25 seconds to play, under center, and a power eye look that's just offset. And the toss sweep again here to the near side. It's Carter. Carter following a block inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Carter holding onto the football, and it's a 1st down for the Westlake Chaparrals with 13 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Joe Taylor alongside John Nidell, Matt Nader and Abe Garcia down on the sidelines as we broadcast live from Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. It's 13-10. Hendrickson with the 3-point lead. The difference in the ball game, a 3rd quarter run by Samaje Perrine, and a missed extra point. That's why the lead is only 3, and it's going to be a big point, but only 1 timeout remaining for Hendrickson as they've had to take 2 here in the 1st half, and it looks like Westlake will allow this quarter to end. That'll be the final whistle there in the 3rd quarter. We move into the 4th quarter of play. It's Hendrickson 13, Westlake 10. Live from Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex, this is Westlake football. And we welcome you back to Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. A very quick 3rd quarter, and only the 1 touchdown in the quarter for the Hendrickson Hawks. Now back to pass on 1st down and 10, going to the end zone, and that pass is incomplete. It's overthrown. Brandon Box was the intended receiver. Incidental contact, and Box fell down. I have a feeling there, John, if Box is able to keep his feet, he tracks that football down. But like I said, incidental contact right around the 3-yard line prevented that from being 6 for Jordan and Box.
Yeah, it looked like the feet got tangled there. But going back to that big 3rd down before the commercial break, got to give credit to Judge Finley, the block on the outside. If you're watching the TV broadcast, go back and check for Finley's block.
The 2nd down play is a handoff, just straight up right tackle, and a nice play there made defensively by the Hawks as Keith Carter got the call, and the play made defensively there by Nico De La Cruz as he pops Carter inside the 25-yard line, but Carter able to move it down to the 23.
This is the time of the game when really the offensive line takes the most pride. It's the 4th quarter. You want to take over the game and be physical. You want to wear the defensive line out. You want to see hands on hips and knees on ground by the defensive linemen.
Now the motion man out of the backfield is Carter. Back to pass out of the shotgun. Now rolling wide Here's Jordan rolling, still rolling, fires towards the sideline, and that pass is caught for a first down. And inbounds inside the 10-yard line is Patrick Elliott. Elliott makes the grab, but it's a first and goal situation here for the Westlake Chaparrals as they try to reclaim the lead. Russell Pape, along with Alex Chavez and Zach Dansby, checks in. But a good play by Patrick Elliott and a nice find by Jordan Sievert, a 15-yard strike, and it's first and goal from the 8-yard line.
And good coverage there by Hendrickson to start off, but it was Jordan Sievert using his feet to get out and create more time, which allowed Patrick Elliott to get open.
Power eye look with Sievert under center. The toss sweep here to the near side. That's taken by Chavez. Chavez at the 5, to the 4, to the 3. Lynching is into the end zone. Touchdown, Alex Chavez. Alex Chavez, for the second time this evening, has rumbled into the end zone, this time to take the lead in the fourth quarter as Westlake scores an 8-yard run for Alex Chavez. And he is into the end zone, and by himself, along with his offensive line, has created enough of room on the near side where Chavez able to run it in from 8 yards out. Touchdown, Westlake.
And that was a statement drive there by Westlake. Best drive of the game as Michael Barden puts through the PAT.
It's 11:04 to play in the ballgame. Lots of time, but Westlake climbs back on top. Chaparrals lead Hendrickson 17-13. We're live from Round Rock. This is Westlake football. Michael Barden set for the ensuing kickoff after the 8-yard touchdown run by Alex Chavez. The point after touchdown good. 17-13 the lead right now as Barden will kick it off from right to left here in the fourth quarter. He delivers a line drive kick that'll bounce 5 yards deep, and it'll be a touchback here. We send it down to the sidelines, and Matt Nader, a statement drive, especially along the offensive line, Matt.
Yeah, you got to love that aggressive behavior by the offensive line and Alex Chavez. Really that's just playoff behavior right there. Also, Chris Cantor had a touchdown block right there on that last play. I call that the circus dolphin. The defender's legs were literally up to the moon.
That's Matt Nader, as only Matt Nader can bring you that description. Thank you very much. That's a lifetime Longhorn. The Salon at the Domain scoring drive, 10 plays, 49 yards, took 4:03 off the fourth quarter clock, an 8-yard touchdown run by Alex Chavez. And that's sponsored by Salon at the Domain. Again, just a very interesting football game here from first half to second half. We've seen some of the same mistakes by Westlake, and of course, no turnovers just yet in this second half. But Westlake making a statement drive in the fourth quarter to reclaim the lead, 17-13. Conley to hand off to Davis. Davis drilled at the 25-yard line, and maybe a half a yard gain out to about the 25.5 yard. So it'll be second down and 9 coming up as Davis not necessarily getting his game in check here with all the carries that Samaje Pirine has given tonight. Davis actually shaken up on the play, and there will be a timeout on the field, John.
Yeah, did Matt say playoff behavior? I like that.
It's playoff behavior.
Playoff behavior. No, big play there by Westlake on first down to stop him for a short gain. Like we said, the key is to force Hendrickson to throw the football, and they've shown that they'll run the football on 3rd and long, but if you can force them into a 3rd and 9 or 10 situation, Conley will most likely have to throw the ball, and Westlake's defense and those cornerbacks have played a heck of a football game tonight, whether it's Bennett Huddleston or some of the safeties, Dodd or Meredith, and of course, Derek Cohen has been all over the football field as the injured Hawk is up and gingerly walking off to the sideline with some help from the trainers.
And it's Braylon Davis, a senior, 585 yards coming into this, and of course the 12 touchdowns, as he's been as important as Samaje Pirine. Pirine, the junior, getting all of the glory, but Davis is one of those tough runners that get all of his yardage inside, and he right now is unable to put any kind of power on that right leg as the trainers help him off the field. So now down a back are the Hendrickson Hawks. So now number 32, who watches his senior teammate leave the field towards the bench. It'll be second down and 9 after the 1-yard gain. Looks to be like the final run of the night for Davis. And now the handoff will go to Samaje Pirine, and Pirine eclipses the 22-yard line before he's shoved backwards. I should say the 26-yard line before he falls forward to about the 28. So he'll have the 28-yard line, but it's still 3rd down and long here for the Westlake Chaparrals, John.
And a brief score update from over in Georgetown, another 16-5A, 15-5A matchup. It's Pflugerville 9, Lake Travis 7 in the fourth quarter. So big score there in by-district play.
And And now on 3rd down and 6 here, the motion man is Griggs going across the line of scrimmage. The handoff will come here to the near side, and a stop made at the 31-yard line. Team defense there. Bennett Huddleston crashing down along with John Dodd. And we've really talked about the run help from the safeties. They've abandoned the pass on 3rd and long. They read the play and immediately came up. And when you've got 8 guys in the box and Bennett Huddleston would make it 9, it's very tough for anybody, no matter how talented you might be. But running out of real estate immediately on that 3rd down run by Pirine, the Westlake defense turns them away. Now it looks like there might be a fake, and now the ball snaps over the head, but we have a flag down, and now running for his life is Mosley. Mosley will be dragged down at the 20-yard line, and that's where Westlake will take over on the Hendrickson 20-yard line. But wait, a flag has been thrown, and we'll have to see what this flag is all about.
It's going to be an illegal shift, I think, on Hendrickson. Multiple guys were in movement. That snap was a surprise there, and multiple guys were moving, so it's going to be declined by Westlake here. I'm just speculating on the call, but I'm pretty sure
yes,
that's correct. And Westlake will get a huge play here and get the ball at the 20-yard line.
And right now, that is your, I would say it's technically a special teams play of the game, but it will be a defensive play of the game if Westlake can put 6 on the board here. With 9:18 to play, there's still a lot that can happen, but this kind of play on special teams, execution has been a problem for the Hawks all season long. But now in the shotgun formation is Jordan Sievert, and he'll have an opportunity to scrimmage from his own 20-yard line. It'll be a pistol formation to the left with Cantor. Now he moves from the left side of the formation to the right side of the formation. The handoff will go to Carter. Carter at the 20 stumbles, and he stumbles forward to the 19-yard line. And making the pop defensively there for the Hendrickson Hawk defense was Ricardo De La Cruz coming up from the strong side.
And it's easy to second guess on that play by Hendrickson, but you know, with 9 minutes left, you just want to punt that ball away and make Westlake have a longer field to work with. Now a field goal, but with that missed PAT earlier by Hendrickson, a field goal make it a 7-point game.
2 wide receivers to the far side right, and again a zone read play. The handoff going to Keith Carter. He bounces it just inside the right hash mark, inside the 20, down about the 18-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain and a 3rd down and long situation. Lack of wind definitely favors Michael Barden, who in my opinion has been the player of the game when it comes to a field position standpoint. Of course, Alex Chavez doing most of the work offensively along with the big offensive line, busting those big run plays and giving Chavez the opportunity. On 3rd down and 8, out of the shotgun, a back on either side, rolling here to the near side, firing down the sideline. Jordan has a man, and it's Patrick Elliott. It's an 18-yard touchdown pass from Jordan Sievert to Patrick Elliott, and the Chaparrals have scored. Touchdown, Westlake.
Just a route down the sideline right there by Patrick Elliott, and he was lost by the defense. Just a blown coverage on Patrick Elliott, and he was wide open. Jordan Sievert, we've talked about it all season, how good he is, rolling to his left and throwing downfield. Pinpoint pass to Patrick Elliott, and a huge touchdown for the Westlake Chaparrals here in the 4th quarter to make it a 2-possession game.
The snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is no good. So with 8:13 to play, the lead is 10. Westlake 23, Hendrickson 13. Live from Round Rock, this is Westlake football.
Real big, but we've got a lot of guys that can run and tackle, and guys that take pride in running down on the kickoff and being on the kickoff return and the punt team and things like that. And so hopefully that works to our advantage. It needs to. You're right, in the playoffs it's such a big deal, and there's so many factors that take place this time of year as the season starts getting long and people start maybe neglecting certain parts of their preparation. It's one of the big focuses for us.
This winter, prepare to be amazed as Elisa's Dance Academy and the Westlake Symphonic Orchestra come together to perform a variety of holiday favorites. Join us December 6th, 7th, and 8th as the Westlake Technical Entertainment Crew and Lexus of Austin present the Nutcracker Spectacular. Tickets are on sale now. Get them online at WHSTEC.com or by phone at 474-5664.
And we welcome you back to live coverage of Westlake football. The Salon at the Domain scoring drive, a 3-play, 20-yard strike, an 18-yard touchdown pass from Jordan Sievert to Patrick Elliott. And now leaping for the kickoff on the bounce is Mosley at the 20. Now ranging out to the 25-yard line as he angles left to the 27.
Folks, I want to tell you quickly about the prestigious Austin Under 40 Awards Gala benefiting local charities. AU40 recognizes the best and brightest young professionals in the city of Austin. If you know of someone under the age of 40 who excels in their profession while demonstrating a commitment to community service, as Joe raises his hand, I encourage you to visit austinunder40.org for information on how to nominate someone as well as sponsorship opportunities.
Yeah, you can't forget about Matt Nader as well, but he's under 30, so he doesn't count. Again, the handoff will go to Pirine, and Pirine wrapped up in the backfield. He falls forward for maybe about a half-yard gain. Team defense as Tate Shaw comes out of the bottom of the pile there, along with a slew of defenders, as we have seen Pirine with the absence of Davis and the threat, and we really haven't seen much of lead blocking anyway. The offensive line, it's not like they're not hanging in there for the Hawks. It's just with this added opportunity to use the back end of the defense's extra run help. There's no surprise in what Hendrickson is doing here in the second half. They're going to try to run the football. 2nd down and 9. Now they finally drop back for the play action, and Conley's going to have to run, and Conley's going to be swallowed up as he pushes forward. The young man, Justin Miller, is the one that makes the tackle, and Miller actually tackles Conley in a forward motion. And that's really the contention there, is Justin Miller's hustle, because he had to come from beyond the play. He was actually inside the 30-yard line, came all the way back to make the play on the blind side of Conley, but Conley's still able to pick up 7 yards in the process. 3rd down and 3, inside 7 minutes to play here in the Region 2 5A Bi-District Championship. Rolling here to the near side. Here comes the rush. Conley sidesteps one tackler, but cannot get away from another. He's down inside the 35-yard line. And once again, it is Justin Miller making the stop as he gets the start tonight. Miller, in back-to-back games, has turned in a brilliant performance.
That's just a heck of a play by Justin Miller, the defensive end. You see him at the beginning of that play getting blocked and just spins his way off of a block and then just tracks down Conley for the huge play there to bring up a 4th down, and Hendrickson will no doubt have to go for it here from their own 35-yard line. But Justin Miller coming up huge right there, and an inspired effort by this defense in the second half.
It's 4th and 4, and this could be the season for Hendrickson. 2 wide receivers to the far side left, back to pass. Here comes the rush. Conley sidesteps it. Hudson Hall trying to wrap him up, and Hudson Hall has it. Hudson Hall has pulled him down along with Justin Miller, and it's a turnover on downs on 4th down. Once again, the Westlake defense answering the bell. That's been the identity of the entire season. The defense will not be denied, and the biggest play of the year belongs to senior Justin Miller and sophomore Hudson Hall as they bring down Conley in the backfield. It was Miller that swallowed him up. Hudson Hall there to wrap it up, and it's just an out-and-out effort by Justin Miller on back-to-back plays. Easily one of the biggest defensive plays of the night goes to Miller.
Just the tenacity of Justin Miller and Hudson Hall and these defensive players for Westlake. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. Justin Miller just made 2 of the best plays you'll see by a Westlake defender all season right there, in a huge turnover.
From the 25-yard line, the end-around handoff going right side is Chavez. He's inside the 25-yard line and then knocked out of bounds just inside the 25 as Chavez jogs off the field. Keith Carter, along with Patrick Elliott, checking in. It's a gain of 3 yards as Chaparral's no doubt very excited here, as they will have an opportunity not only with a short field, but time is on their side. 5:35 remaining in the ball game, and a 10-point lead with an opportunity to take it to beyond that. If they're, it's going to be it's a 2-score game right now. It'll be a 3-score game if the Chaparrals can put any kind of points on the board. Out of the gun, the pistol to the formation to the right, the handoff to Carter, and he goes down immediately. Nice play in the backfield there as the sophomore Nico Dela Cruz turning in a nice tackle on Keith Carter there. It'll be 3rd and long for Westlake here, and you have to get inventive, John. Really, you have to pick up this 1st down. If you pick up this 1st down, this could be the beginning of the end of the ball game here and a move to the area championship round for the Westlake Chaparrals.
And I think it's probably 4-down territory too. A field goal takes it from 10 to 13. I think Westlake would value a 1st down more.
Rolling here to the near side. Now stepping up is Jordan. Eludes one tackler. He's inside the 20-yard line, down to the 18, maybe the 17-yard line as he's along that left hash. He's about 1.5 yards shy, and it's 4th and 2, and the Chaparrals are going to go for it. The Chaparrals will most likely go for it here as Michael Barton will not come on the field. He is jogging close to the headsets of Darren Allman and proven this play-by-play broadcaster wrong. They are going to put points on the board here And again, like you said, Johnny, really you could do anything in this particular standpoint, but with the big play opportunity here for Hendrickson, they're just going to go ahead and try to put points on the board. They'll line it up from the 25-yard line. This will be a 35-yard effort just inside the left hash mark with 4:10 to play in the game. Out of the hold of Rawlings. The snap is down. The kick has plenty of distance, and it splits the uprights. That field goal is good. And with 4:02 to play in the ball game, it's Westlake 26, Hendrickson 13. This is Westlake football.
This winter, prepare to be amazed as Elisa's Dance Academy and the Westlake Symphonic Orchestra come together to perform a variety of holiday favorites. Join us December 6th, 7th, and 8th as the Westlake Technical Entertainment Crew and Lexus of Austin present the Nutcracker Spectacular. Tickets are on sale now. Get them online at WHSTEC.com or by phone at 474-5664.
And we welcome you back to Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. A 34-yard field goal. Took 4 plays, only eclipsed 25 yards, but 2:02 off that fourth quarter clock, and a 34-yard field goal there for Michael Barton. Makes the score 26-13, a 13-point lead. I spoke earlier, it might be with the added field goal points, a 3-score game. It's actually just a 2-score game still. And Michael Barton will kick it off, and he'll drill it deep. This one's going into the back of the end zone, about 10 yards deep, and it'll be a touchback. So big opportunity here for the Westlake Chaparrals. We go down to the sidelines as once again, defense leads to points, Matt Nader.
Absolutely. I think to sum up the last 8 minutes of the fourth quarter here, was Westlake's tenacious defense really just depleting the vaults of momentum for the Hendrickson Hawks, and the offense just capitalizing on those fourth down turnovers. But here we are. That last field goal that was missed could pose an opportunity if the Hawks were able to put 2 touchdowns on the board. They would win with 14 points.
That's true, but when you think about it, a 26-13 lead with 4:02. And Matt's right. Samaje Perine has the ability to change this game with 1 play. There is quite a bit of time, but only 1 timeout on the side of, and the ball's come out. The ball's come out, and picking it up and running with it is Bennett Huddleston. There's no flag on the play, and Bennett Huddleston has scored. Samaje Perine is down at the 25-yard line. The defense stripped the ball. Bennett Huddleston picked it up, and he's running in for a touchdown. Touchdown Westlake, and touchdown Bennett Huddleston. Wow, what a turn of events. And that's the ball game, folks, as the nail driving into the coffin of the Hawks season. Perine is hurt at the 35-yard line, and Bennett Huddleston has himself a touchdown on the fumble recovery. What a play on defense, and the Chaparrals have added 6 more points. Touchdown Westlake.
And just team effort, team defense again by the Westlake Chaparrals. One of the defenders wrapping up Perine, and I couldn't see if it was either Karsten Hood or Hudson Hall who made the hit on Perine to jar that ball loose. And Bennett Huddleston picked it up, and another huge play by this defense. They have, like Matt said, taken over this fourth quarter and absolutely put this game away. And it's nice to be in a 50-50 game at the start of the fourth quarter and then absolutely come out and dominate and really just inflict your will on the opponent and really take this game out of the hands of the Hendrickson Hawks.
He's almost speechless. 3:51 to go in the ball game. Westlake 33, Hendrickson 13. This is Westlake football. And we welcome you back to live coverage of Westlake football. A fumble recovery for a touchdown, and running it in was Bennett Huddleston as the ball came out of Samaje Perine's hands and into Bennett Huddleston's. Michael Barton will kick it off from right to left, and it'll be a touchback as he kicks it 8 yards deep. And this one all but over. 3:51 remaining. We have a scoreboard update from Lake Travis and Pflugerville. That was a 13-9 score. Lake Travis has reclaimed the lead, down 9-7. They've been able to tack on another 6 points. So right now, Lake Travis with the lead. So both representatives of District 15-5A representing with fourth quarter leads. A much closer contest. We have to go ahead and tell you about the bracket, because with this win, Westlake will move on into the area championship round. It'll take place on Leftover Friday as we will travel north up to Waco ISD Stadium and bring you live coverage of this football game. We go to the graphic here on our television broadcast, and the winner of Klein and A&M Consolidated will face Westlake, and it could be a rematch of an earlier non-district opponent if A&M Consolidated is successful over Klein. Now Connolly with the pass over to the flat, and that ball is tipped, but a flag has been thrown. Is getting an opportunity on that far side is Canyon Mansky, and Mansky actually bats that ball away from the corner, but it looks like Mansky's going to get popped with the penalty there, so we'll see what that's all about.
Yeah, going to be pass interference, it looks like, on Mansky.
That's what we do. Pass interference against the defense.
It is, but I tell you what, this game, really, the first 2.5 to 3 quarters of this game remind me a lot of Westlake's 4 losses this year, in that Westlake really hung in there for 3 quarters, and then come 4th quarter, they just really collapsed and lost the game in crunch time. The exact opposite thing happening here tonight.
Conley back to pass, and he has a man open at the 31-yard line. That pass caught on the far sideline, and now working his way out past the 40 to the 41-yard line. A nice catch there made on the outside for the Hawks. And hauling that one in for the Hendrickson Hawks is Reggie Daniels, the sophomore, getting an opportunity. A 33 to 13 lead here for the Westlake Chaparrals with 3:38 to play. First down and 10, and flags fly. And it seems like there's a lot of time left. Westlake will go ahead and take a timeout. We will as well. 33 to 13 your lead, 3:37 to play.
Their
This
first
is
time
Westlake
out
football.
of the second half.
And we welcome you back to live coverage of Westlake football. An excited Chaparral sideline. They know that their fate is inevitable. They will win this football game if they're able to hold on here. 3:37 remaining in the 4th quarter. There's time, and yes, it's a 20-point lead, but that's a 3-score favor there. And with a banged-up Samaje Perrine and not much of a passing game, things look bleak here for the Hawks. As they line up with 5 wide receivers, going in motion to the far side is Craig Roberts Sharon. And now the pocket collapsing here and coming up with a pass to the far sideline before he is absolutely drilled at the 30-yard line is Xavier Conley. And he's outside the tackle box, so no penalty, but it's an incomplete pass, and Conley gets up gingerly. Once again, it's Justin Miller along with his teammates running down the wiry quarterback for the Hendrickson Hawks.
And a quick score update, too, from the Woodlands. A&M Consolidated leads Klein 35-24 midway through the 4th quarter. So if that score would hold up, Westlake would face A&M Consolidated next Friday in Waco at 1 o'clock.
That'd be a rematch of all rematches when it comes to just getting out of Region 2. And, of course, Lake Travis, if they're able to hold on against Pflugerville, that's one that looms large later in the run. But right now, the Hendrickson Hawks coming in undefeated in district play.
There was no eligible receiver in the area, and the ball did not reach the line of scrimmage. Lost it down.
Their season most likely will end this evening, and that's the problem with Region 2. And if Westlake doesn't know what a first-round loss feels like, we'll take it back to the last time they were in Region 2 as they swing it out here to the near side, and a nice play defensively by Reggie Daniels made the catch. This time it's Mason Pitts. Whether it's 42 or 43, and we're going to have, once again, a very familiar problem, John. We're going to have to pick out what defensive player will probably win Defensive Player of the Game, and once again, it's going to be multiple players, but it's going to be hard to pick one out individually as this defense, even 1 or 2 deep, and you got to love a senior like Mason Pitts with a 20-point lead still with the motor in high gear.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You know, I can think of Justin Miller making some great plays along with Bennett Huddleston and Derek Cohen.
Back to pass on 3rd and 21 again. Conley has to retreat, and he'll fire to the sideline. Story of the night. Pressure in the second half. Once again, Mason Pitts supplying it there on 4th down. And once again, Westlake will have an opportunity to get the ball back with 2:44 to play. It looks like it's all but over. The Chaps, if they can pick up a first down, they will have the ability to stop the clock. Will the Hawks? But once again, it will be a short field for Westlake here. Punting has not necessarily been terrible tonight for the Hawks, but it's been the execution on punting that's the issue. I've been impressed with the athletic ability of Mosley just to make room and almost rugby punt it, as he does take a couple of steps, and more of a line drive punter and let the ball work. And a nice job there by Chance Waz downing the football before it took a backwards hop in Westlake's favor. So it will be Chaparral football at the 41-yard line. Let's go down to the sidelines and Matt Nader. Matt, just an impressive performance by this defense.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we can clearly say that they just absolutely dominated the game. I mean, they executed really when they needed to, and then some. I think we saw a great performance by young Hudson Hall. I'm really pleased to see him progress throughout the years. And really just all the seniors on the defense, really just front seven, defensive backfield, just clearly dominating and allowing Westlake to advance in the playoffs.
And the handoff will go straight up the middle, and this time getting the carry for the Westlake Chaparrals is Chris Cantor, and you hate to see that as Cantor kind of got upended there. He jogs off the field on his own power. So good news there is at least he leaves the field quasi-healthy, but he has yet to go to the ground, but he got upended on that 6-yard run, and that's tough inside running for Chris Cantor along that left hash, and he comes up empty there, or comes up gimpy there on the near sideline, and now Doc Hassan checking him out. Splitting out wide is Josh Latham. Power eye look at the backfield for Jordan Sievert under center. Toss sweep, the pitch to Keith Carter. Carter trying to bounce it outside, it does. Inside the 50, he picks up the first down and absolutely leveled at the 47-yard line. So good individual football play there.
And back to the Woodlands. A&M Consolidated recovered a fumble by Klein and scored in one play. So 42-24 with 4:55 left. Looks like both of these teams have those by-district rounds locked up. Should be Westlake and A&M Consolidated for the rematch, and you know that the Westlake players and coaching staff are going to be fired up to try to avenge the loss in College Station earlier this season, one that certainly stung.
And really it was the second in 4 straight losses. It was a 39-29 win, a late score in that ball game, and as Westlake now in victory formation, just taking a knee. Hendrickson does have one timeout to give. And don't believe they will take it here, but they are in the final minute of their 2012 season. Hats off to the Hendrickson Hawks. They definitely have accomplished quite a bit in 2012. And their first full season in 5A, much like Lake Travis in District 15 5A, pillars of the 4A community, a playoff team. In fact, I remember in 2008 in a game against Church Clements where Hendrickson really wasn't expected to do very much. Well, they ended up winning that ball game, and now a couple of Division I prospects later, including Dajae Johnson for the University of Texas, and we get to see exactly what he can do on Saturdays now, as he has wicked speed. But this game really decided by execution in the second half, and we talked about it, John. It was going to come down to who made the least amount of mistakes. Well, the offensive line got their protection issues underway. A couple of key passes from Jordan Sievert, but really the defense won this ball game. And in the final 15 seconds, the play clock is off, and it'll run off here inside 10 seconds as Westlake will advance into the area championship round in Region 2 5A as they defeat the Hendrickson Hawks at Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex here on a chilly Friday night in November. Westlake victorious. The Chaparrals defeat the Hawks 33-13, and just an